What is up, everyone? Full Gates, crypto analysis trends, new video, obviously. This is in the Clones Copy, Kings Create series, episode 2. Node news is good news. Obviously, this is all about nodes that are being released on the EMP.Money ecosystem on Friday at 6 p.m. We're going to dive right in and, learn about nodes. That being said, I want to point out, some people ask me why I have these screens. I like them. I think they're beautiful. So I always like to highlight the artist. I just think it's a nice thing that, somebody has created art and both, a visual and music. So I like to highlight that, and that's always linked in the show notes or the show description, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead, dive in, and see what I am talking about here. So here we are, EMP.Money, the main page. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do is just kind of look at this page, get familiar with it a little bit. It's not really the purpose of this video. We're going to dive right into nodes. The information for nodes is actually in the Telegram, and it is pinned, and it should be one of the first messages if you go to the pinned messages on the top. And so, with that being said, I would always encourage people to, if you're interested in learning about a project, don't invest in it. That is not a way to learn about a project. You need to, read the documentation, engage with the community, ask questions to the developers. That is the best way to learn. It is not a great idea to, throw a bunch of money at something if you don't know what it is. So I would encourage you, make your own choices before you ever do anything. Don't just rush into something because you saw a video on YouTube that made, you feel excited. Nobody here is an expert. Nobody can tell you what you need to do with your life. Only you can do that. So that being said, let's dive in. I already have Telegram installed, but this is the icon right here for Telegram, the little paper airplane. It's going to pop this up. And as I said, in the pinned messages is the little light paper for nodes. So, that being said, let's look at what nodes are. So says here, nodes are a synthetic version of traditional validator nodes. And what that means is a lot of these ecosystems run on little software that, if it's not proof of work, if it's proof of stake, they usually have validator nodes where somebody has an investment in that particular validator node, and they have the hardware and software ability to keep that validator running so that they can validate transactions. These are synthetic nodes here, so the main point and purpose of these nodes is actually to protect the EMP price. Because if you protect the EMP price, everything in the system works really well, because EMP is the gas that makes the system run. And if you're selling your gas, the system doesn't work very well. Now, I'm not going to tell you it doesn't work at all. It works, but not as well as it could if the gas is just used to power the system. So don't sell your EMP. Treat it like gas. You wouldn't suck gas out of your car so that you could sell it for a cheeseburger. Keep that in mind. EMP is the gas of the system. That being said, let's dive right in. The nodes come in 5 different flavors, and it's from NANO to GIGA. So NANO 500 EMP, Mini 1000 EMP, Kilo 2000, Mega 4000, Giga 8000. Then you're going to ask, oh my gosh, what are these multipliers? I have to have Giga because it has a 19x multiplier versus the 1 multiplier for Nano. Don't get lost in that. That's actually, something that has confused a lot of us, but the developers and other community members have made it really clear, and hopefully I can add a little bit something to make it clear. We have a fantastic mathematician in the community named Matiu, Matiu. If you see him in there, give him a shout out and a thank you, because he encouraged me to make this video by posting, a greater understanding of the math for me. And I have everything in the show description that I will show you here. And here we go. So if we look, and I'm sorry if you have your brightness set high on your monitor and your retinas are getting burned out right now, I apologize. We can see here, though, that, it's a little bit confusing if you just look at one nano. It would look like this is actually 19 times more effective than a nano. It's not, because there's actually 16 nanos in 1 giga. 16 times 500 is going to give you 8,000, so it would actually be, this number would actually be 16. And I've laid out right here these differences in mathematical function and efficiencies. So if you actually look at the difference between, if you had 8,000 EMP to invest, you would ask, well, which one is better? Would it be better to have 16 nanos or 1 giga? Well, I'm going to show you it's actually better to have 1 giga versus the 16 nanos, because if we just look at this math over here, and hopefully I've cleared out the memory, we would take this number 19.4481 and then divide it by 16, and you would actually see that this right here is actually about 21.5% more effective than the nano if you had 16 of them. And so the reason I point that out is because if you were able to ROI in 5 months with the nano, you would do it in 4 months, because it's a 20% difference. So if my math is wrong here, if somebody corrects it in the show notes, I'm more than happy to put your wallet up here as well, and credit you with the fix. Because that's what I do. I want to encourage community involvement, and I want, good feedback and good commentary from people that really want to learn with the community and help one another. So, that being said, let's go back to this node, and I'm going to control scroll, and we're going to be able to look at how the interface is actually going to look. And so this is really nice. It is really I think it's really self-explanatory. This part of the website is not available. It's just in the testing phase, and I believe all of that has gone perfectly. But this is what the UI is going to look. So it tells you, your node type, the APR, the daily, what's locked in nodes, your APR, daily APR, the node that you have right here, if you have multiple nodes, and what you're earning from that particular node. So really, really easy to understand. And so let's get off of this and go back to this. You're going to see, look at these notes, look at the numbers. I think it's relatively self-explanatory, but that being said, if we can do anything to make better videos, let me know, because I want to help you understand something better. And if I'm missing something, I want to know as well, because I want to bring you good content. So make sure that you have your EMP ready to go. I'm not telling you to buy it. Make your own choices. But if you have your EMP, the launch will be, I believe at 6 p.m. And so another thing too, the developers here always stress that everything is fair, and it is. Like, you're not going to get an advantage because you're here on day 1 in the nodes versus day 10 or day 100. That ROI and the math is still going to be the same. So if you don't have money now, that doesn't matter. You're going to have the time to be able to research and learn, how to, understand the system better and make more effective choices for yourself. So that being said, I hope this video helps you out. If it does, Like, share, subscribe. If not, tell me what I can do better, and I will definitely, fix what is not right. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Wherever you're out in the world, be safe. Have a happy, productive day or night.